Today we're working on this 1986 International 9670 Cabover. I bought this truck, how long ago? 8 years? 9 years ago. I bought this because my dad used to have one identical to it, except for it had hub pilot wheels. It was a single axle cabover with a sleeper. And I thought this would be great to run around, you know, and pull trailers and stuff like that. Mostly I wanted it because my dad had one. He passed away when I was 24, so I just thought it'd be nice to have. But it hasn't started in at least 8 years. So we're going to put some fresh batteries in it. And I put fuel in it, so we should be alright there. When I did it, I put a fuel additive in the tanks when we put fuel in it. And it's not exactly low on fuel, it's got a fair amount of fuel. So we're going to go ahead and put these batteries in and see what she'll do. Alright, the batteries are too low. They won't even crank over, so we're going to get some jumper cables and let them charge up for a bit. And then we'll see what we can do. Hopefully it fires up, because I want to drive it down to the shop. And we're hopefully going to swap out them hubs and go to hub pilot wheels. And I think I got aluminum tanks to go on it. It is air ride. It's a single axle air ride. I drove it home. It drove really well. So hopefully we can get her back on. My dad's was red, and I'd like to paint this thing red. It's only got 200 and some thousand miles on it, if I remember right. It was used by Allied. It was supposed to be a yard switcher truck, so it didn't go very far in its life. But anyways, let's get jumper cables on.
We're just cleaning up the terminals a little bit because
It just wasn't getting
it didn't seem like it was working.
And there's like no spark there, so batteries must not be very low. Let's just be dirty. That makes a difference. I don't get a spark now, this little spark. So it's starting to draw some juice. Alright, sit there and see if it's going to crank any better.
Oh wow, surprising. Yeah. Can't believe it hasn't been started for so long.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, now I just want to double check that oil. I checked it before. I'll check it again to be sure.
That's where you check the oil?
Yeah.
That's funny.
There used to be a door here.
I don't know anything about cabovers, but
So cool. No, don't smell like diesel fuel, so that's good. Now get up in there and watch the gauges while we crank it. Let's see if we can get her started.
we'll hear you.
It's amazing what the difference in clean terminals did, huh?
Yeah.
Alright, let's get inside. Alright, here we go. Come on, old girl. I think it just ran out of fuel in the filters. pressure. Battery voltage is coming up. It's running out of fuel. And it's running out of fuel. I think we're gonna have to take fuel filters off, fill them back up, because I think it just sucked them dry. Must not be drawing. Well, she's running on her own and building air pressure. Let's see, where are we at here? Almost up to 90. Apparently the fuel gauge don't work because we got more fuel than that. Now we'll see if the brakes will unlock. Well, I took it down the road and aired up the tires and did a little bit more. I was gonna tilt the cab, but we blew a hydraulic line for the tilting mechanism. The fitting broke right there, and it goes from this one over to this side. So I'll have to get that fitting replaced. But it started up. It runs good. It runs smooth, but I need to change the filters, and I can change the fuel filters through here. It's just not as easy. It's right in here. It's just not. It's not as easy as tilting the cab, and I'd like to get a look because there's one of the fuel lines it's damp right there at that T, and I need to get that tightened up, and I need to check a couple other things. But it went down the road good. All the brakes released. The airbags came up. Mouse has chewed the air line coming into the splitter valve, the in and the out, so it loses air pressure pretty quick on that system. So I'll have to do something with that. It'll need going over, but I'd like to have this to where we can use it. And you know, it's been sitting around a while. We saw that the last time it was actually on the road was 2007, so it's been quite a long time. So what is that, 12 years now? But anyways, I got some trailers I bought we need to get picked up, so I was thinking about, you know, going over this one, going over fluids and filters and what have you, and you know, give it a good once over. Of course, give it some wiper blades, and maybe get the front axle changed out, or just the hubs, whichever we can do. A lot of times you can just change these hubs. You pull them off and you just change your bearings, match the bearings up on the inside dam of the bearings, and put regular hub pilot wheels on, or Bud wheels. This would have, the alternative in this vintage would have been Bud wheels. Probably wouldn't have had hub pilots. But as far as the rear axle is concerned, I need to find out what ratio it is. I did at one point, and I don't remember what it was. I want to say it's a 390, but I have other axles if it's easier just to swap the entire axle out. Usually a tag. Yeah, you can't see it. I can see part of it right there. It's one of them. But anyways, we'll see what it is. It's a 9-speed transmission, if I remember right. Big cam Cummins and a 9-speed. Yeah, you can't get to anything here. But anyhow, I just want to get it out and see how it would run. As a matter of fact, it's been sitting for a few hours now. Let's get back in her and see if she'll fire up. 238,000 miles. Okay, here we go. You're out of gear. mice were coming in here. See, they chewed both the lines. I have to repair that. She needs all cleaned out. The mice have been all through it, but they run smooth. Voltage is a little bit low, but it's coming up. I know it's hard to see for the sun. What are we at right there? 13, just a little over 13. These, when it warms up, it was holding right between 25 and 50, so it drops just a little bit. 238,000. Yeah, when I bought this, I was told it was a shuttle truck for the yard. It's running better. I had it running today for about 2 hours total. No Jake brake or anything like that. It does, I think it does have air conditioning on it. But it'd be nice to have this truck just because my dad had one. That works. Air horn works. But anyhow, this is the first truck I ever drove a stick on was one of these. So, anyways, that's it for this one. We'll bring it back once we start doing a little bit of work to her. All right, guys, catch you on the next one.